It's a Saturday evening, early September of 1985. The six friends are in Scott's basement. The furniture is mismatched, but comfortable. There are soda cans and snacks and a single lamp that really isn't bright enough. Someone brought a mixtape. It's playing low enough that nobody's really listening to it, but nobody's turned it off either. The game is already in progress: pencils, die, a battered rule book with a broken spine and pages taped in. Character sheets are already half covered in notes. Everyone's really absorbed in the story. This is a good night. Scott is holding a flashlight under his chin, casting eerie shadows on his face. You've torn this castle apart. The feast of the wild is in ruins behind you. Overturned tables, scattered torches. The great hall is still thick with smoke. King Iego's guards are falling back. They've been falling back all night. And the ones that didn't fall back, they're not moving anymore. You left a trail from the gate to the base of the spire, and every creature in this castle knows exactly where you are. Oh, it doesn't matter. You're angry and ready for a fight. Scott turns off the mixtape, pushes the play button on deck number 2. Phil Collins hauntingly sings "In the Air Tonight." The spire staircase is narrow and cold, the kind of cold that burrows its way into your bones. The torches up here, they've gone out, or they've been put out. You're climbing in near darkness, and the fog that meets you at the landing, oh, it isn't natural. It sits too low, too thick, and it doesn't stir when you walk through it. The door at the end of the passage, oh, it's enormous. It's old, and the wood is black with age and carved wolves. Oh, dozens of them, running in a circle with no beginning and no end. Freya, you can hear something on the other side. You stop. The fog settles around your feet. Collins hammers out the drum fill. Scott's eyes widen as he looks at each of you. He smiles as your faces reflect the tension of the moment. And then it happens. First the roar, not a man's voice. Well, not only a man's voice, something underneath it. Oh, it shakes the door in its frame and it raises every hair in your arms. And then cutting straight through it, her scream. Lady Alethea. Rancor, you kick the door down and you see the horror and fear in her eyes. What do you do?
Be nice.
So last time was a couple weeks ago, if you remember. The crew, they started investigating the school. First place they looked was the cafeteria, where they met a Minotaur, who may or may not have been JJ's father figure, something like that. And then we explored the gym. A lot of strange things happened, and if you haven't seen the episode, I'd suggest you take a look at that. And as they entered the locker room, things got real. We had a couple of entries from Sherry's diary. In the last one, was dated November 8th, 1985. Jess told me what Tony said. He pulled me into the girls' room between she pulled me into the girls' room between the second and third period, not gently. She told me the way you tell someone when you want them to know they're doing you a favor. There's a version of that that's kindness, and another that's just petty and mean. I'm not entirely sure which version this was. Maybe both? Jess is often both things at the same time. What Tony said specifically, I'm not writing down. The summary is that he told all the guys in the locker room that I was easy. He made it into a story. He used my name. I stood at the sink after Jess left, and I looked at my face for probably 90 seconds. It looked the same as it had that morning, but now everything seemed wrong. I mean, Tony, he walked me to my door. He held the door open. He told me about his father, the real version, the heavy one, and I listened. I didn't push when he changed the subject. I thought he was a great guy. I was happy. I mean, that was the whole of it. There was nothing to build a story from. But he built one anyway. I saw Tony in the hall after fifth period. We made eye contact. He looked away. Well, screw you, Tony. I'm going to that party because I'm not going to let you have my Saturday, too.
So, Kevin, remind me, who actually has that note and who has read it?
Jess.
Okay.
And Jess, if you remember, you can tell that the writing was tear-stained.
I think Tony, was Tony also reading it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
No, this one was just for you.
Oh. Where did I find... That was not the one on the locker. Or was that the one on the locker?
No, this was the one that just appeared next to you after Tony read his letter.
Hmm.
How are you all feeling?
I am so drained, like in every way. I think my emotional drain is so heavy that like I've become physically drained. I'm still sitting on that bench and elbows on my knees and kind of my head looking down.
I'm going to slowly fold up the letter. I'm not hiding it from anybody, but I'm folding it up and I'm like visibly, like I'm putting it away into my pocket of my dress.
You all right?
Yeah. I mean, no, of course I'm not. Are any of us all right? Just... Is this what he wants us to see? Just... Remind me, Kevin, when we're looking around, what do we see in this locker room?
Well, you're sitting in front of the lockers. Specifically, you're sitting in front of Tony's locker. If you remember, Tony's locker had the note about, from Sherry's diary about what a great date that she went on and how Tony was the perfect gentleman and how she got to see a different side of Tony. Then your entry appeared. You can hear people talking, the guys in the shower. It's after the basketball game, but the steam and the fog are so thick you can't see anything. You can hear Jim kind of holding court, laughing and talking. You can hear the snap of locker room towels as they snap each other in the ass. But you can't really see anything.
If I remember correctly, I had just beaten the shit out of a locker.
You had kicked the locker. And
I
you had
didn't.
laughed maniacally.
Correct.
Good times. So that's where I'm at.
Mentally, I'm
Yeah.
here.
So we think we're done here. Is there more that we have to see or do, or should we go on to the next exciting adventure?
I think I'm done. I'm just done.
So what, you're going to sit here?
You okay, TK?
Sorry, my dog is pretty
That's
upset.
okay.
I'm
I
not
thought Riot was kicking the
It sounded very
kicking the locker
dramatic.
again.
We get it right. You're kicking the
Right.
locker. We got it.
Damn it.
JJ, I just don't know how much I have left in me. That's all.
I get that. But if, what's the way they say it? The only way out is through. We can't just curl up here and wait for him to,
Frankly, we don't have a choice.
All right, I'll follow you guys.
I mean, take a couple minutes if it'll help. And as far as I know, we're not in a fucking hurry.
Yeah, I slowly get up, pick my sword up off the floor. In a way nobody understands, I put it in the sheath in my back. I just kind of, I think I dust myself off, even though I'm not dirty. Crack my knuckles, maybe.
Hey guys. Are we going to talk about it? What happened with Sherry? Scott keeps pushing everything into our faces and we just keep taking it, and I don't know. I don't know what to do with all of this frustration. I can't start punching everything.
Why not? Punch locker.
I mean, the way I see it, there's two possibilities. One is it's something about his plan to bring her back, involves getting all these memories fresh in our mind. And the other one is he's just fucking with us, and he wants us to suffer by remembering all the shitty things we did when we were young. We can talk about it if you want. I don't know what there is that we can say now that we didn't say then, or what difference it's going to make.
We didn't say anything. Nobody said anything about what happened. We didn't talk at all, guys. Not a single person. And I'm not taking myself out of that, but it's...
What does Scott even know? I didn't tell Scott anything.
Well, clearly he can burrow into our brains somehow and put our secrets out for everybody to see. I didn't...
What if he's
Somehow.
trying to find out what happened? Acting like he knows.
Or what if Sherry told him?
How did he get her journal? I don't understand that part. This is her writing. These are her words. These are her memories. There's things in those pages that only she would know.
I think in Flynn fashion, I kind of open my arms up and yell into the sky. Is that what this is, Scott? You just want to know what happened? You found her diary and you figured we have something to do with it?
You're met with silence.
He's watching.
Of course he is.
I picked the gym, and I'm done picking.
All right. Anybody else had a preference? I've had my show.
You hear
She got-
it. Go ahead.
I am, as we're starting to walk, I'm just like taking a step and I just very quietly say, not looking at anybody, I'm just saying, I gave her the drugs. And I'm not looking at anybody. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I think JJ kind of or Flynn kind of stops when you say that.
I didn't. She wanted something to calm her down. And I didn't think she would take all of it.
I'm going to grab you by the shoulders and turn you around and make you face me and look at you straight in your eyes and go, don't do this, Freya.
I've already done it.
No. We're not going to feed him. Don't do this.
I needed you to know. I need all of you to know. I have kept this locked away.
Okay, but you're done. We know. Okay?
Okay.
Well, I'm glad we don't think it's me anymore, and I am just gonna stroll out of the gym or locker room, so.
As you start to walk forward, the fog thickens around you. You can't see your hand in front of your face. And as you take a step or two, it begins to clear. And you're in the locker room, but this is a different time. You know, Jim Hartley is sitting on the bench in the center of the room, elbows on his knees, head up, taking in the scene. Oh, he's exactly like he was 17. Tall, square-jawed, handsome. This isn't the game night. This is gym class. Oh, you know this well, don't you, Tony? You remember this day. And I think probably all of you have heard about what happens, even if you weren't in the locker room on that specific day. I mean, your little group of friends, they were already showing cracks. Oh, this is what shattered it. Jim looks up at Rancor. You can see the admiration in his eyes. Then, out of nowhere, a young 17-year-old nerdy boy, tall, thin, acne. He walks up, he's oblivious. It's Scott. He's shuffling through papers in his notebook. He pulls out a wad of papers and his book, that he keeps his notes in. And he also uses that as a diary. Hey, Tony, I can't wait for our game tomorrow night. I made this for you. And he pulls out a drawing of Rancor. He accidentally drops his notebook. It hits the floor and it opens up. And Jim grabs it before Scott can move. Scott looks pleadingly at Tony.
Get out of here, dork. Jim, give me that. And I try to reach for it.
Rancor, you can hear in your head. Oh, you had a good time that day, didn't you, boy? You made me proud. You made me proud, boy.
What are you going to do if I do something different this time?
Oh, you can try. Jim pushes Tony. What are you doing here, dork? Tony, come on. Come on, Tony. Give it to him. He thinks you're his friend. Come on, Tony, you're not hanging around with dorks like this, are you?
Give me a stupid notebook.
Jim hands it over.
I'm going to walk over to Scott. And I'm going to like assholey stuff it into his backpack. And kind of like push the backpack into him, pushing him. But unlike before, I'm going to grab him and prevent him from falling down. And under my breath, get out of here.
Scott looks at you confused. We're going to play tomorrow night, right?
Scott, get the fuck out of here. Fucking dork. And I push him, but not enough to knock him down.
So the rest of you see this. Was anybody there that day? Flynn, were you there that day?
No. I had a note from my parents. I was excused from sports activities.
What about you, Riot?
I wasn't in the locker room, but I was usually in the school. But yeah, I definitely saw Scott after that.
So, I don't know which one of you notices, but this black ichor begins to flow into the room. It's coating the floor. It's kind of moving up, getting deeper and deeper. Just about ankle deep. And you hear something. And Tony, it's playing back what actually happened that day. Hey, Tony, look what I made. Scott pulls out his picture and he hands it to you and he drops his notebooks all over the floor. Tony, what do you do?
This is what actually happened. I don't want to see your dorky shit. Pick it up.
Scott bends over and tries to pick up his stuff. He looks confused.
I kick it before he can get his hands on it.
Jim laughs. He thinks that is so hilarious. One of the other guys takes his towel and flicks Scott in the ass with it. Scott tries to look up at you, and you can see there are tears welling up in his eyes.
You're such a baby. Get out of here, dork.
Give me my diary back.
I throw it to Jim.
Jim opens the diary. Oh, look at this. This dork loves Jess. Like even.
If you're a good boy, we'll give it back to you tomorrow after we're done reading it.
But Scott, I thought you were my friend. Scott, come on. We were going to play a game, remember?
Get out of here, dork.
One of the guys puts Scott in a headlock.
You're not going to take this from me. This is mine. And I walk over and kind of push him away from Scott. And this time I've stuffed stuff into his backpack, not the diary. And this time I shove the backpack into him, knocking him onto his back. You don't want an ass beating today, kid. Get out of here. This is a men's locker room.
But you've already opened the door. The rest of the guys saw what you did, and they're just, I mean, you're their hero. They take Scott like high school kids would. They yank his pants down to his ankles, and they carry him and throw him into the entrance of the girls' locker room. Laughing. What do you do, Tony?
Two things. I'm doing one thing when I'm being looked at, which is the high fives and the smiles. Not nearly as gregarious as everybody else. But those slight moments where I know that nobody's looking at me, I just kind of collapse a little bit. But I have to keep up appearances. Because this pack, if you're not in it, they will turn against you. And I've got enough shit in my life. The last thing I need is this group to turn on me. So I do what I need to do.
And Jim starts reading more and more of the diary, and you hear about Scott's problems with his parents. You hear that Scott is, I'm not sure in 85 they really understood what being depressed as a teenager was, but you know that's what it is now. He was depressed. He was sad. This group, he thought he had friends. He really liked Jess, and he really liked Sherry. So, you see coming down from the ceiling, it's Scott, or the witness. He's got his robes of fire. He slowly descends into the ichor. Tony, you crushed me that day.
It was a bad thing, Scott.
You took away the only thing I had. You had sports, you had friends, you had all the girls. You could do whatever you wanted. I had nothing.
Wasn't as good as it looked, Scott.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't as good as it looked. I wouldn't know, would I?
Let the rest of them go. And you and I can just deal with this.
Oh, no. I do believe I said, well, actually, Riot, I told you, but I believe you told everybody else that there's a way to bring back Sherry. And we have to be honest. We have to talk about what really happened.
Why don't you start the story, Scott? Show us that you know what happened.
I have been showing you what really happened. Which one of you notices behind Scott? Remember the sort of weird humanoid faceless creatures? Which one of you notices one sneaking up behind Scott and the proboscis coming out? Does one of you notice that?
I think I saw those before. So maybe I still have that kind of concept fresh in my memory.
What do you do?
I think I wait probably longer than I should. But when it gets close, I'm like, hey, Scott, one of your new friends wants to say hi. Kind of point behind him.
Scott, or the witness, whirls around. Ripping his hands, this thing just shatters and flies apart. He looks up toward the ceiling, kind of to the right. What was that? You don't
You tell
hear
me, you
anybody
run
else.
this place. Oh,
You don't hear anybody respond. That was not in the plan. Remember who's in charge here. And then he looks back to you.
And I am glaring at the three of you one at a time. Like, are you seeing and hearing what I'm hearing and seeing? Look on my face.
mhm. Sounds like
Very
maybe you're the
subtle.
one who's not sure who's in charge here.
Scott takes a step toward you, Flynn. He holds out his hand, and there is fire in his hand.
Don't do it, Scott.
Flynn, I dealt with you once before. I could deal with you again.
Yeah, how'd that last for you? Look,
You know,
you got a good reason. You got a good reason to be pissed off at all of us here, all right? But if there's something you want, maybe tell us what it is and you can get it, and then we can all go home.
I want Sherry back. You saw me before we came in here. I gave everything I could. I
So
need help.
you're telling us that you couldn't get Sherry back then, so you want to bring her back so you can get her now. So you're going to be the bully now, and you're going to bring back some fucked up version of our friend just so you can relive the childhood you didn't have. None of us had the lives we wanted to have, but look at us now. You think
Look at
you
us
think
now.
I'm happy? You think I'm happy the life that I'm living right now? So just because yes, what Tony did was fucked up. What I did was fucked up. We all did fucked up things.
Before you could say anything else, Scott has his hand around your throat. He is lifting you up. Would you like to
Scott.
say anything else?
When he lifts me up, I think I'm going to grab his hand back and the ring in my hand close. I'm going to basically defend myself, and I'm going to use my
Okay.
death touch.
Go ahead.
Let's go. Where is it? I forgot what my ring, what the attack is. That Dex? Was that Dex or was that Charisma? I think my weapon is Dexterity. I can
yeah, I
use it
think so.
instead. Yes.
By the way, just in case you didn't notice, looks like Scott rolled a 20.
Oh, great.
I don't like that laugh.
Well, at least it's a success.
Okay, so you got one success. Sorry.
What good will that do?
You feel Scott release his grip on you, not completely, but it loosens.
Scott, don't we need her?
Did you really give her the pills?
I thought you knew everything already. Why are you asking me?
He drops you into the ichor.
I help Jess up.
So you want us to bring Sherry back, and if we do, we can leave this place, or how do you think this is going to go, Scott? How do you think this is? You think this is how you're going to get things from us, by torturing us and rubbing in our faces what kind of shitty people we are?
Were.
I don't know what you're now. I have no idea what you're like now. But I know we all had a part to play in what happened to our friend. And I'm trying to bring her back.
So tell us what we can do. If that's the plan, why not let us help you rather than just kicking us all in the balls over and over while we try and figure out what you want?
Because you have to face your sins just like I did.
Well, then
And
let's fucking do it.
There's an explosion of fire, and Scott, the witness, is gone.
God, what a dick.
You okay,
Sure.
Freya?
No, I'm not. But we'll manage.
I'm so tired of all of your self-pitying bullshit. Let's work together. Let's get Sherry back. Who gives a shit what we're feeling? She was the best of us. We're all assholes. Do any of us deserve to be here when she isn't? No. So let's fucking get on with it.
Right, I'm going to help bring her back. But if I, for 1 second, think it's not her.
How could it be?
Look, there's obviously some, and I kind of huddle in a little bit to say this. There's obviously somebody or something else involved with this. Scott doesn't know exactly what's going on. So he may think he's able to bring her back, but I don't, I've seen enough horror movies to know that there's something else that is trying to make him think he's going to get what he wants, and I don't think he is.
Sure. Let's just give up then.
No,
Stay
what
in
I'm
this fucked up world where Black Ooze comes up and Sherry's dead and we're all us.
I'm saying we need to keep getting through this shit. We need to go through the maze of wonders that he's got set up for us until we can get to some kind of ending point.
I want to take a scoop of the black ichor and throw it at JJ. Or
Flynn.
Lynn. Thank you.
Give me a...
I'm not dodging. I just kind of let it happen.
Okay. It hits
Feel
you.
better?
It burns. It burns.
Okay. Let's
And
not
Flynn,
fight each other. We're a party. And we might not be best friends anymore. We might not be getting along great, but we all want to get out of here. Nobody wants to be stuck here in whatever this nightmare dimension is. So let's not start attacking each other. Let's not play into Scott's hand. I'm going to stop being sorry for myself, but let's just not fight. What's so funny about that? Huh?
Just saying that with the rest of us in the room. Yeah, let's not fight.
What's that supposed to mean? Riot.
You saw what happened to Scott
Yeah, I did.
in
It
that
was fucked up.
flashback with Tony. That is what life was like for Scott and for me, we didn't have friends. We didn't have anybody to talk to. We didn't date anybody. Nobody wanted to be around us. That was how we lived. So not fighting, our whole relationship has been fighting. We got detention. We got along during games. And then outside of those games, it was nothing but horrible words. It was pretending you didn't know us. Not fighting. This is the best I've felt around you all possibly ever.
Who's feeling sorry for themselves now?
Not anymore. And I'm going to pull my rapier out.
I'm going to take a step back and just... My ring glows and just... We're not doing this.
Then let's get on with it.
We're going to start with you, Riot. The hand that you used to scoop up the fluid, it burns. And you can kind of feel it moving through your body. And you remember back when you first touched the statue. You were taken back to a memory. And Riot, the same thing is going to happen to you. But this memory is from your adulthood. And it's painful. And it's angry. No one else can see it. This is just you. What happened?
So it's me standing at a desk with a woman in scrubs. She's opening a bag and reading off a list. Okay, 1 belt, 2 shoelaces. You've got a pocket knife, some matches, pack of cigarettes, a lighter. We had to destroy the marijuana. But here you go. I take it all in my hands and I walk out through a couple locked doors. I have to be buzzed out. Walk outside of a hospital, just standing there by myself. Nobody's coming to pick me up. And I just start crying. And then I stop crying. I pick a direction and I start walking.
Flynn, same thing happens to you. It's a painful memory from your adulthood.
It's probably a few years back. I'm in my little loft apartment outside Portland, probably working on a painting. When the doorbell rings, I grumble, put the paint down, head down to the door. And I see standing there what to anyone else would be just another door-to-door proselytizer with copies of Watchtower or the Book of Mormon or whatever, particular brand of religion they're selling. But I recognize them. And they recognize me. And for a terrified moment, all JJ can think of is they found me. And the man kind of stares at me for a moment and says, Jaziel? And I just say, fuck you, and slam the door in his face and stand there shaking.
So the memories are gone. Rancor and Freya, you probably notice they just pause for a second, but you don't really know what's going on. So Riot and Flynn, now that you've come back from those memories, what do you do?
I think I'd look around at the others to see if anybody else has got that shell-shocked look that I know is on my face. I don't know if I can pick that up from Riot. They've got a very hard to read.
I'm actually visibly shedding tears, which is not normal.
Mm-hmm. So I think I kind of walk over to Riot and just say, if you had told me at any point in the last 40 years that I would ever say this to you, I would have laughed you out of the room, but do you need a hug?
I go really stiff. Just kind of lean forward a little bit.
Okay. I slowly reach out, hold, and as soon as you show any signs of like being done, I let go.
It's just a couple seconds.
Sure.
I'm giving Jess the don't say anything look.
Mm-hmm.
I have dropped my hand with the, glowing ring, and like I've just like dropped, and I've been like silently just watching. And yeah, I look back to Tony and just, I think I'm looking at Tony with like or at Rancor with a little bit of like, I could use a hug too kind of look. We're just like, but yeah. I don't know if you would read that. It's just.
Or if you would act on it, even if he did read it.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
I just look defeated, tired. That kind of look is what I mean.
Yeah, I think I just put my hand on your shoulder and just kind of give you a squeeze and give you the this is the best I got right now look.
All right. Let's get done with this shit. And I start heading for the door.
I follow.
Before you can take your hand off my shoulder, I am going to take out the little note from my dress. And I'm going to take your hand. I'm going to open it. I'm going to like put it in. I'm going to fold your fingers closed over it. Read this when you think the time is right.
Did you read it?
I am so sorry. And I'm going to let go, and I'm going to follow the others.
What do you do, Rancor?
With the I'm sorry, I put it into my pocket and I don't look at it.
So Flynn, as you hit the door, opens up and you walk through and you're in a house. It's an 80s house, you can tell. It's a large house. You enter in through the back door that goes into the kitchen. And it's loud. There's music playing. Kitchen is full of people you know from high school. Oh, but you were never allowed to hang out at a place like this. You know, the plastic cups all over the floor. There's bottles of all sorts in the sink and on the floor. There's a keg on the table. Everybody's having a good time.
I think I glance back behind me to see if Riot and the others have followed or if this is something else that's just for me.
I planned on following. I don't know if I made
Yeah.
it or not.
Same.
Yeah.
Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm right behind you.
Okay.
Rancor, you know this party.
I'm going to come up to Flynn. I'm going to go upstairs. Do not let Jim leave.
Okay.
And I, as fast as I can, try to get upstairs to the room.
So you open the door or walk through the kitchen. It's going to lead into the dining room. It's a high school party. Everybody's dancing and yelling, and you don't know how in the world they're going to get this cleaned up before the parents show up. People are slapping you on the back and holding you and, grabbing your hand. They see you as Tony. Hey, Tony, what you doing?
It's good to see you. Good to see you guys. Yep. I got to go upstairs.
Oh no, they're holding on. They're keeping you back. So what you gonna do at the big game?
Yeah.
You ready for it?
I don't have time right now. I've got to go upstairs.
What the hell's wrong with you, Tony? Come on,
Just
chill out.
I'm going to hit somebody.
I approve.
That's a Tony solution.
Yep. There
I'm
he
just
is.
gonna whoever's closest, whoever's made the mistake of getting between me and the bottom of that staircase, I'm just gonna grab them and punch them in the face.
The crowd, they don't really react. The guy, the one that you hit, he was probably from your algebra class. He goes down in a lump. The rest of the kids, they're, hey, Tony, good to see ya. Somebody passes you a joint.
I still can't get to the staircase.
Can't get out of the door of the dining room yet. So where are the rest of you? Are you trying to follow Tony? Rancor?
I remember this. This is the O'Connell's house. I remember, like, people were talking about this party for weeks. I barely remember anything. Were you? I look at Riot and Flynn. Were you here?
God, no. You kidding me? And that kind of, you can see that kind of makes something click in his mind. And I think I head towards the door. I obviously can't get through because Rancor and all of his buddies are there. But I think in my best Jazziel, clueless, socially inept high school way, I'm like, hey guys, is this where the party is? Hoping that I can pull some attention away from Tony.
Do we see Tony being held back? I guess that's something we are able to notice.
You know what? No one really pays attention to you. So what about it, Riot? Were you at this party?
Oh, yeah. I was here. Who do you think brought the weed?
That's exactly what I was wondering. What are you doing right now?
I am standing by the table that just has a mishmash of booze on it. I think this is the one I took. Yeah. Let's crack her open. It's a bottle of Boone's Farm.
Of course.
I could go for a drink right now.
So the two of you, I guess you're drinking? Having a party?
I'm grabbing. Yeah, I'm just. This is so bizarre. I think Jess. I think Freya is grabbing like one of those red solo cups and just walks over to Riot, not even paying attention to whatever Tony's up to, and just hold up the cup for you to pour and just. I don't remember you being here, but I also don't remember a whole lot of the party, to be honest.
Well, I didn't stay very long. I took my bottle and left. But here's to those that wish us well. All the rest can go to hell.
So Flynn, JJ, what are you doing? Are you joining in with those two?
No, I never never really picked up alcohol as a hobby. I'm still trying to see, because I know whatever's going on here is important to Rancor. So I think I'm going to try and see if I can like push past him, somehow get between him and some of this throng, just trying to buy him some space.
You know what? They leave you alone. You're able to sneak by.
And I think if I see that I'm mostly being ignored, I'm going to try and catch Rancor's eye and just point up the stairs and be like,
And I'm going to shake my head at you.
okay.
Rancor,
You go ahead.
go ahead.
Nope.
So the crowd, they're starting to back off just a little bit. You're not moving. You're not trying to go forward. So the crushing crowd, they kind of ease off. What are you going to do?
Staircase. And I'm going to stop for just a moment and go, Sherry's going to come down the stairs. And I need you to make sure she's safe. Tell me you understand what I'm saying to you. Right?
Yeah, I hear you.
And then I'm going to try to get upstairs.
It's almost like they weren't expecting you to move so quickly. You hit the staircase. You're able to walk up, get to the landing and turn and finish your way up. Bedroom's all the way at the end, the hall. You can see it. What do you do?
I say something in my mind. Are you ready? This is going to be good.
I hope so, boy.
Oh, it's going to be real good. I need you big.
You haven't fed me for a while.
And I run towards the door.
So as you run toward the door, no one's in your way. You hit the door. Well, why don't you tell me what you see when you break through the door?
So what did happen is I put my ear to the door, realized what I was afraid was happening. I opened up the door. Not slowly, but not like super aggressive. This time I don't stop running. And it is foot first break down the door. Even though I know it's not locked, but I want the door to be destroyed.
Okay. So when you see Jim and Sherry, I think you described it in session 1. There was barely any clothes. Jim turns. What the hell, Tony?
Like before I push him off the bed, like before I take her to the door and I give her clothes, JJ's downstairs. Go.
Sherry turns on you and slaps you as hard as she possibly can. She's drunk. She is really drunk. There are tears in her eyes. Why did you say those things about me? It wasn't true.
Sherry, I don't know what
And
you're talking
who are
about.
you to kick in the door like some white knight? Who
Sherry,
the
I don't know what you're
hell
talking
are
about, Sherry.
you?
You've had a lot to drink, Sherry. I need you to go downstairs and find JJ.
She
We can talk
pushes
about
you
this
again.
tomorrow. God damn it, Sherry, please. Go. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Go downstairs. I need you to find JJ. He's at the bottom of the steps.
She gives you a look, and it just cuts right through you. She has her clothes in her hand. I mean, she's not dressed. She's walking through the hallway. Starts down the stairs. I mean, just think about it. Everyone's standing there watching what's going on. They knew what was happening upstairs. Sherry walks down. She sees you, JJ. What do you do?
I think I had all kinds of plans for what I was going to do when I saw her come down. But I think seeing her like this, barely dressed, drunk, with the cheers and the wolf whistles coming from all around me, I think I just kind of stare at her, and the word just sort of falls out of my mouth, not so much that I'm even saying it, just, Sherry?
She actually takes a step toward you and just falls into your arms. She's crying and sobbing, and everything is just coming out right now.
I just hold her. And I don't think I even do the it's going to be okay. I think I just hold her and let it come out.
So let's talk about something, Rancor. You kicked open the door. You knew what you were going to find. How are you feeling right now?
I'm standing with my back to Jim, watching Sherry walk to the landing. And when I see Sherry starting to go downstairs, I turn around and slowly close the door with me in the room with Jim.
What's your emotional state?
Bloodlusty?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Come on, boy, if we're going to do it, let's dance.
Stand up, Jim.
Jim turns to you, looks you in the eye, flips you the bird, and begins to convulse. And his arms stretch, his legs stretch. He starts to grow taller. His joints break apart. Strings come from his hands, from his shoulders, from his feet. the floor begins to give way. And standing before you, you see basically from waist up of a gigantic marionette of Jim. Let's take a break.
We'll be right. We'll be back in 10.
Okay, so Rancor standing before you is about an 18-foot tall Jim the marionette. You can see the strings going up. It's kind of interesting because the ceiling of the home you're in is kind of disappeared. It's just darkness. The marionette begins swinging its arms and destroying the house. You're really just kind of standing on a little ledge that's left. The rest of you can see this. All your friends have kind of faded into the background. It's just a destroyed home and a giant, freaky marionette. And I think, Rancor, you're the first one to see this. There's something else. Something else standing or hovering up in the darkness. Too far to reach. And I'm going to make a roll here.
That's always good.
It has your face on it. And it's controlling the strings. What's your dexterity?
800.
Minus.
It's 2.
You actually beat the marionette,
Mhm.
so you get to go first.
So there's a whole flood of stuff that goes through my head. When Jim started to change, I was angry because I wanted to fight Jim. Right. So my thought, I'm like, you better not turn into a monster. I need you to be Jim. And then when it became the marionette, I was going to cut its head off. But now that I see me holding the strings, I'm going to leap to try to cut the strings.
All right.
Like Dark Souls style.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Why
Exactly.
don't you give me a dexterity roll with disadvantage?
Oh,
That's unnecessary. All right. So 1 disadvantage. Can I add my class die?
Yes, I'll let you add your class die
That was
because
the-
you do have level 1 rage going on there. And I can't see what you got. You got a 4, didn't you?
Success. I got a 4 and a 2 on the D6.
Okay. All right. So describe what this looks like because you can't reach the strings from where you're standing.
And I think in my mind, sword out, I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
like, you're going to love this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sword out, and I'm charging. And like I said, I was going to just decapitate.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I'm looking up, as I'm getting closer, I'm looking up and realizing that this thing is being controlled by my face. And so it's a jump, leap off the thigh, leap off the forearm, and slicing instead of below the head, above the head,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to cut all the strings.
So your blade does cut through the strings. And the marionette Jim collapses to the floor. But the ghost-like shade with your face laughs. You really think it's that easy? And the strings begin to grow back up. All right. I believe, I'm not going to screw this up this time. I believe, Freya, you have the highest dexterity,
I
correct?
think it's a
I
tie,
think
right?
so. I have a 4. There are 3 there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
So
it's
4, 3, 3, 2.
Gotcha.
Two.
That's the tie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Freya.
Okay. So, from our perspective, because we weren't in the room,
Mhm.
we were just standing in the kitchen. I was toasting with Riot. We probably hear a commotion of Sherry running down the stairs, falling into JJ's arms or Flynn's arms. I think that while Freya or Jess would have known the rough outlines of what might have happened, I don't think I've seen this moment in time in particular. I haven't heard this vulnerable or this hurt, and just the things that I've tried to forget, the things that, oh, this didn't happen to me, couldn't have been that bad. Whatever the thoughts were, gone, and I just crumple the paper cup in my hand and my eyes just start glowing red. And realizing what I'm looking at this gym marionette and seeing Rancor fight it, I'm just going to use my voice. And I'm going to use my voice on
The interesting thing is, you saw the die roll.
Mm-hmm.
The face of the shade just sort of spins around.
Mm-hmm.
It's you.
Just for Freya or for everybody?
For everybody. So everybody saw your face after you've made your attack. The face swung around,
Okay.
and now it's Freya's face.
So I still crumple the cup. I want to start speaking. Like my voice cuts off just with the first syllable. I stare at it. My eyes narrow. And I drop the cup and I just hiss with my eyes glowing red. Still using my voice on Rancor, staring up at my own face. Make them hurt.
So
And yeah, want to use my
before
voice.
before we started the game, one of the things that we discussed as a group, one of the rituals for this game, is whether we would allow the dictator's voice to be used on players, because at times the players can lose their free will. And as a group, we said we trusted each other, and we said that was okay with permission. Just wanted to make that point clear. And so, Craig, you gonna let that happen?
Well,
Again?
Wait, you keep
Yeah.
going?
Okay, so you have
successes.
a total of 5 successes because a 4
Oof.
is a success. So you hit this thing backhand you.
Okay.
Come on. And it hits you for 1 damage. So, do you have defense?
Let's take a look here. I've got a defensive 1.
Okay, so that absorbs the attack. So a defense will absorb, so it needs basically 2 hits to get to you. Then it's got to break through your guard, and then it can start affecting your health.
And I'm imagining me standing up
Mhm.
just in time to meet the hand.
Mhm.
And it causes my head to snap, and I turn right back. And you're not the first one.
You see the the puppeteer kind of at you and laugh with this smile that's way too large. And the face rotates again. And this time it goes.
I think I go at least on a knee and just trembling, trying to say something, but it's like like my jaw's too clenched. I like try to speak out of my teeth, and like not really a word is coming out, and just my face is just almost distorted. You know, we were talking about like this too white grin. It's almost like that.
Mhm.
I just the red light is flickering.
Mm.
Well, and right in front of you,
Mhm.
I mean, within arm's reach, you see a bottle of pills.
God, fuck. I think I reach for them. Just like it starts to hurt. Just this.
Yeah.
It is like this anger that I'm feeling, and it hurts, and it's very familiar feeling this anger towards myself. And the only solution that I have is like right in front of me. I don't even think twice about it. Like it hurts so bad, I like grab it, still like shaking it and just like twisting out of the cap,
Mhm.
and just ever so slightly try to unclench my jaw and just try to like get as many pills into my mouth as I can.
How many do you take?
I would say
Roll a
I spill,
D100.
I spill a bunch. I spill a bunch most certainly. But I definitely at least 3.
Okay. And you've had some alcohol.
Oh yeah. I just had a shot,
Mm-hmm.
or however much was poured in.
Yeah. Okay, Flynn and Riot. Who wants to go next?
Is Sherry just still an inconsolable weeping mess?
Sherry's still with you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then I think I just, while holding her, just kind of, I think maybe I catch Freya's action out of the corner of my eye and just kind of trying not to yell in Sherry's ear, Freya, don't put it down. Like I'm yelling at a dog that has picked up something they're not supposed to have, but
Drop
just
it.
out of control. Yeah, exactly.
So the marionette, or no, the puppeteer looks down at you. It's got your face, right?
Oh yeah.
Flynn, remember. And it just hits you right in your head. And you're standing on the lawn, and Sherry is with you. She comes up to you. Hey, JJ. I know we haven't talked for a little while, but you want to go to the prom with me?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are you serious? I mean, and it's like I'm looking at her and I'm looking back at the house. And it just takes me too long to answer. I absolutely want to. I've got to talk to my dad.
Talk to your dad.
Look, you know,
Is there something wrong with me?
No, Jesus, no. You're amazing and incredible. It's just they don't want me to go to any school events like that, but and
Why
kind
do you
of
have
look.
to tell them? I mean, I thought there was chemistry here, but
Yeah, no.
I may
you know
be.
what?
You know what? You know what?
No, you're right. You're
Just-
you're right. Fuck it. I'm going. Screw
just
them.
forget it.
No. Please. Give me a chance. Let me do this.
So while you guys are kind of arguing back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
that's when your mother screams. Isn't
Yup.
it?
Yup.
You want to remind everybody what she says?
What is that whore doing on God's lawn?
Sherry's mouth drops open.
And all the color drains from my face. Not that I had that much color to begin with.
Then your mother, she was standing in the door, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Then this figure pushes your mother out of the way. In comes storming down the steps. Has no head. And starts screaming. What are you doing here? You stupid tramp, you stupid whore, get out of here. He's promised.
Oh, God.
And you can tell in JJ's body language, he wants to stand between him and Sherry, but he can't make himself do it.
Sherry looks at you. Is that... You think I'm a whore?
No.
You think I'm a whore?
No, they're...
Am I a slut to you? What are you... You're not even standing up for me. She starts crying and she walks away.
And I think JJ's head just falls. And he is probably also crying, although he doesn't want anyone to see it.
So that's what memory that popped into your head
Jesus.
while you're standing there holding Sherry. Okay, Riot. Your turn.
I am feeling great about beating this thing up, so I'm gonna keep climbing.
Okay.
Trying to get as high as I can to hit whatever I can.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me that that's what you would do. That's what a fool would do, so you can use your fool dice on that. Are we I think we decided last time that the system, the interface, should be smart enough to use your die to...
So.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, baby. 2.
Look at you go. God, it's a good thing
all
you're
the rest
here.
of you are useless. So
It's a good thing you're here.
All of us are
I'm
like
not a tank, but
crying and laying on the ground.
yeah.
So, you climbed up this gym. Where were you when you were... I mean, were you just climbing up his chest, its sides, back?
I think kind of armpit to shoulder.
It's trying to grab you and swat you off. It stumbles, but it's still on its feet. Rancor.
A little help here?
So I just gotten slapped. I don't think the second time I felt Freya try to intrude.
Yeah.
I did a little bit the first time and it failed. I didn't even... I participated not in the second attempt. I think I've been completely focused on what Riot's doing.
So,
And
go ahead.
please, no.
Walk me through, how are you feeling? I mean, because you were angry before.
Oddly enough, the hit helps, right? Because there's one other person that's ever backhanded me. So when Jim does that, it's like perfect. It runs through my head.
And I think you probably moved to level 2, don't you?
Yeah, I think so too.
Come on, boy, show me what you've got.
And I superhero leap from where I am to go square into the middle of this marionette. And when my sword says, "Show me what you got," as I try to hit him, I say, "No, show me what you've got."
Okay. All right, give me a roll.
If I remember correctly, it's strength for me, right?
It is, and you can add your special. Oh,
That's good. We like old man getting brutal.
that is very good. So what does brutal do for you?
I don't know the answer to that. Give me a second here.
I have a list. Let me find it. It's important. Sorry. Brutal deals 2 wounds instead.
Nice.
So you've got 2 hits. Those are both 6s, which fires off your special,
Mm-hmm.
which counts as 2 wounds. So you did 4 wounds on this marionette. So it is splintering. Of course, the strings are still holding it up. But what does this look like? I mean, this has got to be beautiful, right?
It's old man going into the center of it at first, and then me pulling him out, not like it's been jammed into wood, like it's been jammed into soft butter. Just easily slide it back out, and then it's just hack and hack and hack, and it gets faster and faster and faster, and the chunks of wood are just flying everywhere, and no words out of my mouth, but I am just saying go, and I'm talking to old man. Go.
Oh, this is
go.
what I taught you, boy. This is what I taught you. Yes, you remind me of me.
I'm giving in completely.
Okay. So now you see the puppeteer jerk on the strings again. And it's going to try to take a shot at you, Riot, because you're climbing up and you're driving it crazy.
As Rioters
Fair.
want to do.
Have that effect.
It's a riot thing.
Oh my.
Available.
I don't
So
like
you've
oh my.
got, yeah, you've got there are 3 hits against you.
Oh, Jesus.
So let's walk through this. Do you have a defense?
I do not.
Okay. What's your guard?
3.
You have a guard of 3.
That's good.
Okay. So take your guard down to 0 because it absorbs all of these hits. But the next hit's going to start hitting your health. So this thing, you're trying to climb up, and it just swats you with its large hand, pins you up against it, and then pulls the hand away, and you fall to the ground.
And it's a long fall.
What are you thinking?
I mean, there's this oh shit going on, but also this little voice that's like, typical. I do all the hard work. Ranker's gonna get all the credit.
You loosen the peanut butter jar.
Yeah. But just
All right, so you guys see the puppeteer, and its face stays focused as Flynn. Go ahead and make a move, Freya.
The way you say that doesn't make me feel like I'm necessarily.
You've had some alcohol, and I
Yeah.
know the pills wouldn't have had time to react.
You know,
So
This
you
is a
better do
special
something
place.
quickly, right?
yeah. Fuck. I don't think I'm going to use my voice again. I'm going to try to stumble towards the marionette just through the rubble, staggering. I don't think I'm doing a particular good job at controlling my own body, but it's like a jerking motion, almost like I'm like a little electrified here and there. And I am going to try to make an attack this time against the marionette by making them, just channeling a little bit of the hatred I feel towards myself towards it.
Okay. And yeah, you can move and you can attack at the same round. So go ahead. Let's see what you got.
Excellent. Do I roll with a disadvantage, or this time I'm still okay?
You're okay, but you better do
For
something
now.
quickly.
Yeah, I'm trying to act quickly. I know that I'm not going to be here a long time.
Come on.
Yeah.
Finally.
All right. So you rolled a special.
Mm-hmm.
So are you attacking with your
Voice. I'm using
voice?
the voice,
Okay.
not the death touch. The death touch requires me, I think, to be too close.
So you begin to fire it off at the marionette, right?
Mm-hmm.
You realize there's nothing there. It's just hollow.
Mm-hmm.
But the puppeteer, there's something that you can attack there. So you do 2 damage.
Good.
The puppeteer just laughs at you with that wide smile, sharp teeth. Oh, that was dumb luck.
This isn't funny.
Flynn.
I think I see Riot falling. I see the puppet laughing. I see, these are my friends and they need me. But I can't let her go.
Yeah.
I think I'm just holding her. I'm saying, whatever you do, whatever happens, stay with me.
So you feel it one more time.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the puppeteer inside of your head,
Jesus Christ.
controlling your memories like it controls the puppet. What memory does it bring out?
I think it's prom night. And I'm standing at the edge of the parking lot. I'm just in jeans and an old blazer. I've got a cheap ass bouquet of grocery store flowers. And I'm hoping against hope that I see her here. And when I do see her start walking in, she's not alone.
Who's she with?
I think it's Jim.
Mm-hmm. I think it is too.
Okay, Riot, your turn.
Ow. I think at this point, I've hit fuck it. So
You took a right turn.
yeah. So obviously I have to roll over, get up, kind of make sure I'm all still attached. but my instinct is to go back. I think I've lost my rapier at this point. It did not
Mhm.
survive my hand, so it's just melee here
Okay.
at the closest part I can reach.
Which is probably mid-thigh.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Make a roll. This is probably without your special because
No.
you've been battered.
Mhm.
Come on, Riot. Oh my God. I've
Wow.
never been more in love with somebody in my entire life. And I am happily married. My God.
Same.
What a roll.
Whew.
So
Oh.
since you're doing melee
Yeah.
and you got a special, you can use your dex for your strength. So what is your dexterity?
3.
Okay, well, this case, same thing, right? So describe how you turn this marionette into splinters.
That's
I think it looks a lot like cutting an Achilles tendon, in that there's just a one-sided collapse, and I see these strings just snapping and almost like a curling in. And I mean, I'm this tiny human. Just... So again, a very dramatic spin after the slide through, and I just see it's not even recognizable as a marionette anymore, just shards on the ground. Sweat.
The puppeteer looks at you and smiles and points, and it brings something up. It brings up a memory that's pretty painful. Everything is painful, right?
yes.
It's something between you and Sherry. I don't know what it is. What is it?
So we're in the hallway at school,
Mm-hmm.
outside the girls' bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm reaching down to grab my backpack and pull it up and pull up my sleeve, and Sherry leans over and grabs my arm, and there are just rows of cigarette burns up and down. And she just stares at me in the face. And I can't say anything.
The house and the party all fade away. And you guys are standing back in the rotunda.
Sherry's
Outside of
gone
the
as
gym.
well.
Sherry's gone.
And I think the whole time she's fading, I'm just like, don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. But she goes.
What are you all thinking right now?
I'm not. I stand up and I walk over to Riot and I give you the most platonic deep kiss that's possible. I think I just grab both sides of your face and kiss you in the most unsexual way, but just a well goddamn done, right? Just a and then I just walk away.
I think Flynn's... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I am still just in that memory. So usually this would instantly cause violence, and I love slapping Rancor, but I just stand there, just vacant, even more emotionless than usual.
I think Flynn is just running back through those memories with Sherry and thinking about if there's anything else he could have done and just not coming up with anything.
I think Freya is when the scenery changes. I don't know if it's instantaneous, if there's some. And
Transition.
I'm most certainly feeling some sense of vertigo. I am disoriented. I think I'm just falling onto my back and I'm just putting my hands over my eyes and my face, just covering my entire face. I'm just lying on my back, just little spasms and just digging my fingers into my face.
Even though the scenery is dissolved, you still feel the effects of the alcohol and the pills. I mean, they're starting to hit. It's been a little too early.
I haven't had some in a long time so they probably...
You know what's coming. So, you guys are just standing there. The auditorium has the flowers in front, but it's dark. Gym's now dark. The cafeteria is dark. Oh, there are 2 places left. It's the office and the bathroom.
I'm not moving. I'm just on the ground.
We've got this. One of you point. We're almost there. We've shown them what we can do.
Are you two okay? You took a pretty bad fall there, right?
You're muted.
You're muted. No, I heard that.
And I'm just gonna sit
Mm-hmm.
on the ground after I shout my expletive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm... You see me not answering and just the fingers are just like digging harder and harder. I'm just like digging into my face. I can't feel it, but
Right.
I'm just, when I hear like, where are we going next? I just scream, just like angry scream, just
That
no
snaps
words.
me out. That snaps me out big time. And I run over to you and grab both your wrists to make you stop.
It's just like claws. I'm like,
I'm just going to hold them.
sure.
You hear this deep, booming voice. It's Scott. It's the witness. Tick tock, tick tock.
I don't like Scott. I'd like to like mark that and let that be known.
And do you remember when you were first here and you were in the library and you hear that deep, low growl? You hear that again.
Look at me, Freya. We're almost there.
I relax a little bit.
They were taking some pills. I don't know what they were or how many.
I know. Flynn, look at me. We're almost there.
I'll be okay. I take like a deep breath. My hands relax a little bit. I'm feeling, and I'm starting to slur my words a little bit, and I'm feeling a little better. We shouldn't be here.
I am just glaring, just daggers at Jess and Tony, Rancor and Freya. Just so angry. So angry I can't say anything. So angry I start crying again, and like, this is not what I do.
Where do you go?
I can't speak for all of you, but I think we follow Flynn. I
Great.
don't see any of the three of us making choices right now. I am focused on making sure Freya doesn't hurt themselves. I'm trying not to make eye contact with Riot.
Smart.
I think I just walk over to Riot and just extend a hand down. We're not done.
Nod and accept the hand up.
Pulling up.
I assume I'm letting Rancor help me up too. A little unsteady on the legs.
Freya, you good to go?
Who gives a shit?
I do actually, but
You know, you're right, Drew. I'm saying specifically Drew, not right. Like, you're right, Drew. We deserve this. Who cares what happens to us? Can't get worse than this, right?
never say that.
Only one way to find out, I guess.
Lead the way.
Did that growl sound like it was coming from the library again?
No, it's just a general growl. You know that's Scott's way. He did that before,
Mhm.
right? In the dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting tired of you just sitting around.
Well,
He throws something at you.
yeah. Well, he's not going to put the grand finale in the fucking bathroom, so let's get that out of the way. I start walking over towards the bathrooms.
Following.
Same.
What about you, Riot?
I think I freeze.
So, Riot, you're enveloped in a circle of flames. Scott's standing in the middle. Drew, I tried to get you out of this, but they said everybody has to walk through the fire.
You did, didn't you?
You know I did.
Suppose I'm next.
Okay, I'll do what I can to keep them away from you, okay?
I know you will. What happens, happens.
Flames disappear. Put your hand on the door for the bathroom. You open the door. And you see 17-year-old Drew and 17-year-old Sherry standing in the middle. And Craig, let's roll the credits.
God damn it.
Module.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. We're back. Yeah, so a little inside baseball here. Kevin said, hey, Craig, we might still have 2 more episodes to go. And one of the big things that I try to do on this channel is make it clear that I really want to show games being played, right? By nature, the fact that we are streaming and broadcasting and recording this changes in it, right? It's the observer always changes the observed, right? But it's super important to me that we don't go, we're going to make this 4 episodes. If we end up having to do 12 of these, Kevin, then that's what ends up happening, right? I want to play the game, and I want those enough who are foolish enough to watch them all to see the game being played.
If we go to 12 episodes, I'm going to send you a therapy bill.
Oh, yeah, me too.
All right, the floor is yours, Kev.
Okay, well, thank you guys. This one, we're setting it up. You can see where we're heading, and so they're going to be kind of intense, kind of dark.
You think?
A little bit.
A little bit.
We're still setting it up. Okay.
Every time I say,
Okay.
Every time I say, you have a dark memory, Craig's face makes me crack up. So
I'm running out of dark memories, man.
No, you're not.
So real quick on that. Pro tip. If you're watching episode 4, go back to episode 1 and just watch DK's face through the entire playthrough. Because DK, you've done this on every time you've played on this channel, you give the best face. You want to know what everybody's feeling? Go look at DK's face.
I actually had a performance review at work once being like, this might cause you some trouble in the future, just so you know.
Bring cash. We're going to play poker at campus.
Hey, Brian, let's start with you.
Oh, gosh.
Stars, wishes.
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
Stars. It's just, I can't pick a moment because this is one of the few games. Like a surprising number of gamer people, I have ADHD, and this is one of those. I know, hard to believe. This is one of the few games that when we start rolling, I'm locked in.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter if I'm in the scene or not. Everything matters. Amen. So I'm gonna cop out and say my star moment was everything, because I felt all of these people and all of their reactions were genuine and real, and I felt for them. As far as wishes go, I want to see the man behind the curtain. I want to know at some point what's going on with, Scott and his mysterious benefactor, puppet master, whatever it is. And I don't know. It's one of those games that I don't know if we're actually going to get to learn that, but I'd really like to. But yeah, that, and just I want to see this story through. I want to see these characters get to some kind of closure, even if it's probably not going to be a happy ending.
Yeah. And I think your character had it pretty tough this week. We learned a lot about JJ and Flynn.
Yeah, I was saying during the break that our viewers didn't get to see, it's weird that JJ has kind of become the mature adult in the room in some ways, because he did not start that way at all. But I think weirdly seeing what happened with the sort of equivalent of his father has given him some kind of closure. And now he feels responsible for the rest of these people. So I can't wait to see how this turns out.
I feel that so much, Brian, because I feel like everything that Jess, Tony, and Drew have gone through still feels very unresolved. So it makes sense to me that JJ is ahead of us. Yeah. And that just has unfolded in play, which is the freaking miracle of all of it. Like, I believe all of it.
And the other thing is, I feel like JJ thinks, all right, that was my personal demon. I've faced it. I'm done.
Yeah.
But there's enough stuff still happening that I think he is starting to fear that, like, I'm not done. It's going to get worse.
Yeah. You faced your personal demon, but have you really talked about what happened to Sherry yet?
Yeah.
In your role in it. So.
Yeah.
Hey, how about you, Z?
Hi. Yes, I'm here too. Okay.
By the way, I love the way you were playing the stone drunk.
I was
Yes.
it's not something that I necessarily know,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I figured, you know,
It felt
it's
real.
probably
Yeah.
something along.
Yeah.
General note is, I wrote it down. I think I'm just repeating now, but what I noticed with this game, I mentioned it also in the breaks. It's like all these things are happening during the break. I mentioned that there's a lot of quiet moments where nobody speaks, and it's because, at least I feel that way. I'm sure that's a common feeling. Every word matters.
100%.
There's no superfluous descriptions. There's no superfluous dialogue. There's no, maybe you can cut a sentence here and there, but overall, like, everything is important, which is why I'm really pausing, like, oh, what am I gonna say next? It feels really important. Everything, there's, you know, it's not like we're sitting in a tavern having a good time and just joking around and doing something silly. Like, this is like, we're at therapy. Like, and it's expensive, and you want to get your money's worth. So you're just like, okay, let's really work on this. So that is the thing that I notice.
And I feel like Kevin has paid that off, right? Because there has been things that was never discussed that we have thrown out there that I know as a GM, Kevin has gone, oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, you should see
I'm
my
just gonna
notes
put
for
that
this
in my
one.
pocket for later. Yeah. But what that does, and this is something, not to get meta real quick, but for like players and GMs, like what Kevin has given us, and what I feel like Z, you just expressed, correct me if I'm wrong, is that what we choose matters. We have such a large level of agency in this game right now that suddenly we all really care. And we don't just go, oh, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And it's because, Kevin, to your credit, you are listening to us and allowing us to shape things, which puts more burden on us, which gives, like, it's a really cool freaking moment at a table.
And the subject matter is dark, right? I mean, we got to find out what happened to Sherry. That's not going to be happy.
Really?
I don't know what happened.
I know what happens. Yes,
I have no
happened.
idea how we get from where we are to then.
So we'll get there. Don't you worry.
I mean, that's up to you guys. You'll figure it out.
But I'm just going to rattle down the list of like my thoughts. Is, first of all, you have a great evil laugh. I don't know if you're aware of this. Like, real evil. It's like, ooh, that's a good one. The dice tonight were wild. I rolled 2 critical failures.
Had to tell a story.
And then 3 6s in a row.
So cool.
Wild. So dice, really interesting. Like, you have this idea, I'm going to do this. Nope. Dice are totally not playing along. Great moments were Riot, like just a short, but really like the moment with like the cigarette burns on the arm. Like, it's a small thing. It's not a long scene. There's not a lot of dialogue, but like, you know, that tracks that, and it's relatable. The scene of, I hope I'm not taking anything away, but like the scene of not being able to make it up the stairs, being held up. You cannot leave the room. You're trying so hard, but it's so reminiscent. It feels like, this is what happened. You can't make it in time as hard as you try. That was beautiful. And the prom scene is probably my favorite moment, of you standing at the car waiting for it to come over. And then it's like, it's Jim. And it's like,
we all knew
you're
it was
right.
Jim.
And it hurts so much that it's Jim.
I didn't. I didn't know it was
I knew it
Jim,
was Jim.
but it made sense. It's like, yes, you're right, it is Jim, but I didn't know what you're going to say. So, and the last thought is like I'm feeling sometimes like overwhelmed as a player just with how impactful everything is, and that's how I'm playing my character, just overwhelmed. And so it's really like the meta thing. Like, yep, this is kind of just me that I'm playing now.
Mhm.
But how cool is that for the dictator to be overwhelmed, right? As a
Mhm.
class, as the leader, the one who barks, the one
Sure.
that like
I'm
That's-
sure that's not going to have any negative repercussions going
But
down
it's-
the line at
it's
all.
so cool.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it
that-
is cool.
Wishes, more of that. Thanks.
Thanks.
DK, things are ratcheting up, aren't they?
Sure are. Yeah. I think I said something similar to this before, but and Craig was alluding to this as well. The things that you're bringing back,
Mhm.
my ADHD does not have the capacity to turn that into long-term memory. So
Mine doesn't either. There's videos.
Okay, yes. So that has been just beautiful and devastating. I think we signed up for this game, right? We had an idea of what we were getting into, and I do want to say thank you because we're getting into lots of dark stuff. And this is one that hit for me particularly closely this week. So hanging in there. Yeah, some catharsis going on. So I appreciate everybody, and we've got safety tools in place, so I feel comfortable going there with y'all. So
Yeah.
thank you again. My stars, man, I think Z rolling as Freya and failing. Like that was just so, that feeling of failure, that rings through. And like, what do you do when you tried to do the thing and it didn't work? I felt that in that moment.
And when we think about how much Jess loves Sherry, right? And then we, like, not knowing that there was gonna be a double critical fail, we make the speech about like, yeah, Jess and fucking Ranker do this all the time, right? Like,
That was
God
the idea.
damn.
So
Yeah.
I think, and I think this is something that I've learned on this channel, is being a good GM means making roles matter.
Yes.
100%.
And that's what happened here. And so that was the star moment for me, because you're not shoehorning something into the story. It's organic. It's the roll of the die. And that was beautiful.
Yeah.
I think I would have a much harder time kind of relinquishing control there. So
Yeah. Well, I thought it was really cool, and it caught me off guard. I couldn't think of anything exciting, so
That's
Oh.
all you
Let
need.
Z
A
take
little,
it.
little
But
bottle.
you did the right move.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I am really, since episode 1, I wanted to know what happened in the bathroom with you and Sherry, so I get to find that out.
Hooray!
it's happening. But yeah, so my wishes. Well, I need to go to therapy and then we can play again. That's
There
the
we go.
wish. I say that jokingly. I'm very open about my mental health struggles. I've been through this. I'm not speaking from inexperience here. So we need to keep going. I need to know what happened in the bathroom. I'm still not 100% sure.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'll find out. How about you, Craig?
So a couple call outs. One, I think there was a very special role-playing moment that happened here that I think needs to be called out. The note about Tony lying about what he did with Sherry was a Schrodinger's cat for both Z and for myself. And there was some chit chat about it, and the only thing that came clear of that chit chat is I'm not really sure what happened. Z wasn't really sure what happened, right? Because there's two different versions of that story, which is, in fact, Tony did say those things, and Jess is just reporting it, or Jess is making it up, and it's believable because Tony's Tony. And I walked into the session going, I can go either way. And the only decision I made is if I get any signal from Z which way it's going to go, I'm going to like 90 miles an hour into that. And the signal for me, and we come to find out with discussions that happened during break, it was not intentional. When I heard Jess put that note in my hand and say, I'm sorry, the way I interpreted that is, oh, Tony didn't do it. And then I ran with it. Very quickly, Z picked up what I was putting down and ran with it. And like, that's awesome. That's just awesome. And that's what makes this hobby as a medium different than all the other mediums out there. That does not happen when you read a book. That does not happen when you watch a movie. Like, that's what's unique about this. So as a player, be open. As a player, sketch things out, but be ready to shift. And as a GM, and this calls to other things that have already been said, don't write anything in pen. Let the game play. And we've already talked about this. Let the dice be a player too. Let the dice participate, or whatever the mechanics are that are in play, participate, because none of us would have written episode 4 this way. None of us would have. And episode 4 was brilliant. Just when I think I've had enough gut punches, DK talks about the burns.
Yeah.
And like, I lost a little bit of breath there. Like, didn't see that coming. And again, the reason that makes me happy is that obviously, DK, you felt comfortable doing that and going there. And that makes me really happy as a table that we could do that. I've already called out the fact that Kevin, you're doing a great job of listening to us and picking up what we're putting down. There's a big part of me that wanted to power fantasy murder Jim.
Yeah.
I'm glad it was not that clean. I'm glad it was not that easy.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Wishes. I don't know what happened to Sherry. What I do feel like, in a very Brindlewood Bay sort of way, we have laid out enough clues that wherever we end up is going to make sense.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll call out too, and this is for you, Kevin, Jim was the obvious mustache twirling villain.
Mhm.
And you didn't lean in on that. You didn't make it that simple. And I think my star moment after all of that run in my freaking mouth was Sherry's reaction when I opened the door.
Mhm.
Because whether you meant to or not, you suddenly changed it from what I set it up as is Jim doing something to Sherry,
Mhm.
to suddenly Sherry was there by choice and I interrupted them. And then
Yeah.
you capped it with Jim and Sherry showing up at prom.
Yeah.
And that is so nuanced and far more interesting than the trope that I played.
Yeah.
Like that's really good shit, dude.
Yeah.
So hats
Thank
off
you.
on that. That
Thank you.
was a very amazing choice. and made it far more interesting. And I got to tell you, that moment with me and Sherry at that door and her reaction to me kind of blew my mind a little bit. Like, I was like, I did not see this coming. It makes total sense to me. This is far better than what I thought was happening. So that's by far my star.
Well,
People
thank
are
you.
complicated.
I just reached that conclusion. I wasn't there yet. I was like, oh, you're right. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting. I think the way I tried to design the puppet and the puppeteer. Jim was kind of a pawn in this, right?
Yeah.
He either heard something or he didn't. But he was being controlled and influenced really by all of you.
Yep.
So, just wanted to say one thing. I talked about this in break, so I'm going to tell it out loud.
Barely. 35-minute break.
Yeah. The pace is just one thing after another, and there's no slowing down and there's no time for breath. But if you think about it from a meta level, so this is Scott's world, right? And Scott was a dungeon master when he was 18. Scott, you could see him probably sitting in his parents' basement playing video games. Probably really interested in Silent Hill.
Right.
And so that's the design, right? There is no break. There won't be a break. It's just like an 18-year-old would design a game. And so I just wanted to throw that out there because I was starting to feel bad that probably
You're
should
giving
have
us
some time
space.
for you guys to breathe.
No, you're
But
giving us space.
that's
We
what
have
it is.
space.
Yeah.
We have time to talk.
Yeah.
We have a ton of
There's good
space.
moments.
Yeah.
Great call. Yep.
So this is amazing. I'm excited to see. If you could see my notes, you would be surprised because I had the introduction and then that's it. So
I thought it's like, I have binders full of notes. I'm here like 20 pages in with my notes.
WTF. WTF. WTF.
What is
Oh, no.
wrong with
Oh,
these
no.
people?
yeah. So it's man, this has been a lot of fun. And it's kind of interesting. I mean, I knew you guys a little bit when we first started. I've not played with DK. I think Z. I'm not sure if we played together
played
or not.
Liminal Horror.
Yes, we did. Yeah, and so it. But man, I feel like I'm starting to get to know a little bit about you guys, right? I mean, we talk in the breaks, and this is a real emotional game. So it's. I don't know that I'll ever play too many versions of Die. I don't know that I can handle it, but
I do not blame
man, I love this game.
Well, you
So.
should be a player for a change. It's fun. It's a
I
lot
want to
of
play.
fun.
I want to play. So anyway, that's all I have, Craig. I think we're probably looking at 2 more, and
Beautiful.
I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah. So tomorrow is Forbidden Lands, episode 51, which is insane. Yeah. Super interesting. Either you're watching it or not. If you are watching, you know why it's super interesting. And then next week, we are off all next week, but then we come back for 2 weeks from today. We're playing this goddamn game again. We'll see everybody soon.
Oh, give me 2 weeks, and we'll see what we can come up with.
Howdy friends, thank you for watching. All our content is archived and organized in playlists on the Third Floor Wars YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you could like, follow, subscribe, and even set your notifications to this channel on YouTube and Twitch, we'd appreciate it, and it'll make sure that you catch all of our content. I talk with creators, designers, and experts across the gaming landscape in every episode of our podcast, Tabletop Talk. Open up your favorite podcatcher and search for Tabletop Talk from Third Floor Wars. Support your creators. They make the content you love, and it's your support that makes it happen. If you want to help us, go to Third Floor Wars on patreon.com, and you can help us for as little as $1 a month. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Take care.